Hello group. Hey, it's me, Joe. How you doing? Monday night. Hey, sorry it's been a while since I've been with you guys. Been really busy. Last week was just crazy busy. Had a lot of things going on. And I want to talk to you guys tonight about ways to give back, ways to volunteer in your community. And also then I have something fun and exciting at the end of this talk. So anyway, last week, well, for the last 5, 6 years, I've been involved in what we call the Polzin Cancer Fun. And it's a wild game feed that we have in the community. And what I usually do with that is I do the raffle tables, and then I go out and I get donations, and then the money that we raise stays in our account, but then we go and give that money to children in our community who have been unfortunately stricken with cancer. So last year I was the one out of our group that went and gave the checks out to the families. And even though, the money's not going to take away the cancer, at least it can help ease the burden a little bit. And so it really has been a great asset for me personally. And I know the families, like it that we come. They're a little miffed sometimes. They don't quite know why we're showing up, but I tell you what, the looks on their faces when I hand over the check is just, there's no greater feeling in the world than doing that. So I want to talk to you guys tonight about ways to give back. What do you guys do to give back, to maybe help an organization in your community or to volunteer your services? So yes, it takes time, but you know what? People are going to remember that, and people are going to remember the way you give to others, and so in turn they're going to give back to you. So again, I've been doing this wild game feed for, like I said, 5 or 6 years. But I don't even eat it. I don't eat the wild game. I just enjoy watching everybody come and everybody be part of it, because that's what makes it worthwhile, is having the connections with the other people. And this year, because we did a lot more advertising, that actually we raised more money than we ever have, at least since I've been part of it. And so unfortunately, if there's more children stricken, then we're able to give out more funds. So what do you guys do? So let's talk about 5 different ways that you guys can go out and volunteer in your community. So how about if you have kids, why don't you volunteer at a school event, or volunteer in the Girl Scouts or Boy Scouts? Maybe help do some fundraising for that, and just see what kind of gifts you can give. Or if you have to go out and, like I had to do, I had to go out and I had to get donations. And it's not always fun asking for them, but it's a way to get out in your community, and it's a way to go out and promote the benefit that you're working for. So I would do that. I would just start being able to, like, I belong to an Optimist Club. And so we raise money also for children in the community. And I really enjoy that. And then, of course, now this fun that we just did. And then I belong to a few other things in a neighboring town next to me. But it's also a great way to get out and network yourself while you're doing something you enjoy. So why don't you go out and try to find something like that? Like I said, a Boy Scout, Girl Scouts, or volunteer at the kids' school. They're always looking for volunteers. Or the different organizations that are in your community. There's Optimist Clubs, there's Rotary Clubs, there's Lions Clubs, there's the kids' things. There's just, if you look, and if you don't know where to go, call your local Chamber of Commerce. They'll have a whole list of different things that you guys can look into. And then also, a lot of towns will have food pantries, or even a food drive. Maybe your church has a food drive, or maybe there's different places in town that have a food drive. We have a thing in our neighboring town that every Friday there's free food Friday for the people who need it. And so I think they just come up in their car and they line up, and then they're given free food. And so maybe you start something like that. Maybe that's your ministry or your volunteerism, that you can go out and do that for other people. So just something to start thinking outside the box, so you guys can really give of yourselves and give of your time, and then also you're networking yourself. So see how this all works? It's all networking. Also, kind of like what I resorted back to when I said I'd take the checks to the families, but maybe bring or check with local organizations in your area, but bring clothing to needy people, and clear out your closets. Get rid of the old stuff. Like I say, out with the old, in with the new, and give that away as well, because I think that also is giving of yourself. And then number 4 is volunteer at a soup kitchen or volunteer at we have a place in our neighboring city that they serve breakfast, lunch, and supper. And they're always looking for groups to come in. And it doesn't matter. You don't have to be part of that group. You can just call and say, hey, can I come and serve dinner tonight? Or can I come and help? You know, it's like 2 hours out of your day, 2 hours out of your month, 2 hours out of your year. You know, it's not going to hurt. It really isn't. And I call it a ministry, but just giving back to those people that are less fortunate. Because if you've ever went any time in your life that you haven't had any money, or you've ever went a time in your life that things haven't went so well, you know what it's like to be down on your luck then. And so that's unfortunately where these people are right now, but they're building their way back up. And they're building their way up to where they want to be. You know, when I go and volunteer there, I talk to a lot of people. And yes, a lot of them have maybe some mental and physical issues that maybe they can't work as well as they want to. But the thing is, they have the desire. And they have the desire to speak with other people and share their story. And you're there to listen and help them in that way. So if you can give back to a soup kitchen or a food pantry or something like that to go help serve the food or help clean up, and go talk to the participants that come in and eat the meals. It really is. It's inspiring. It'll tug at your heartstrings. I've never done a mission trip, and I really want to be able to do one. And I've heard a lot of them. I know a lot of people that are, well, I've heard their talk that they're going to do them. And so that really is one of my goals in the next couple of years, is to go do a mission trip. Work with orphanages or someplace like that, or help build homes, maybe Habitat for Humanity, which in turn is another place you can go volunteer, is a Habitat for Humanity. Go help build houses. You know, I don't have any really carpenter skills, but you can certainly go help build houses. And because they'll teach you. And you know what, even if it's just painting a little bit, they'll teach you how to do that. So yeah, do that. And then volunteer at a local food store that you're giving out, like I said, the food pantry. Maybe just volunteer an hour or two a month, you know, a year. As long as you're volunteering some of your time, it really is worthwhile to go out and volunteer and to get out there in the community. If you don't know, like I said, if you don't know where to go, call your local Chamber of Commerce. Call different places in your town to see where you can go and volunteer your time. All right? So that's about it for tonight, ladies and gentlemen. I have my live radio show tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. United States Central Time. And I will tell you, since I started the show last July, so what's that been, 7-8 months now, I've never interviewed myself. I know you guys hear me all the time, but I've never interviewed myself. So I'm going to do that tomorrow morning. I'm going to interview myself, and hopefully I have some callers call in and ask me some questions. But I'm excited about it. I'm excited to share my story. I went out and I gave a speech last week, and it was phenomenal. It was probably one of the most relaxed speeches I've given in a long time. I felt like I was within a group of people that I didn't really know them well, but I felt like I fit into their group. And they asked me some awesome questions afterwards that I'm going to use for tomorrow's show. So I'm really excited. I'm really excited to be able to do that. And finally, because I've had my guest for tomorrow, unfortunately wasn't able to make it. So I'm interviewing myself. So if you guys have any questions that you want me to answer on air, I'm more than happy to do that. So shoot me an email or put it to me on the comment section, and I will certainly, if I see it beforehand, I will certainly answer them on my live radio show tomorrow morning on the VoiceAmericaEmpowerment.com channel. My show is called Go For It, and it is at 8 a.m. Central Time, United States Central Time. And again, it's on the VoiceAmericaEmpowerment.com, and my show is Go For It. So, and I hope you all are go foring it. I hope you all go for it, and that you go after your dreams. I know we've talked a lot about different books and different authors in the group, and earlier today I posted a link about a live radio, a podcast for real estate guys. And even though I've read this book before, I'm going for it again, because it's been quite a few years since I've read it. And I know I've told you guys this before, but we go and play the cash flow game. And Robert Kiyosaki is the one that invented the cash flow game. So I went and I found this book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, which it's been a long time since I read it. And so Rich Dad, Poor Dad, so I brought it back out of retirement and I'm reading it again. And it really is opening up my eyes some more, even though I have a lot of his techniques implemented into my life already. It's always good to keep learning, keep learning, keep learning, keep learning, and keep doing, and keep going for it. And so the exciting announcement was I'm interviewing myself tomorrow on my live radio show. So VoiceAmericaEmpowerment.com, 8 a.m. United States Central Time. Go for it. That's all I can tell you. So I will talk to you guys tomorrow night. Have a fantastic night.